difficulties. Sometime it happened. Where you going, Lou?
Y'all got me up in here look like an old man. Hold on.
Well, you got your teeth out. You don't got your teeth. What up, dog?
Get it.
We about
What's
to get
up, man? We made it.
Yes, indeed. Okay.
What's the word on the curb? Let's do this. Send it out. Let's get this thing going.
Hey,
we in the place we supposed to be.
I need to get all my glasses. I gotta get my glasses fixed, man.
Yeah,
all right, man.
I need to turn mine up too.
I'm looking dark today. What the hell's going on here?
You always been dark. What was
hey, whatever, dog. Hey. All right, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
We about to get this started. If you guys,
ain't nothing wrong being dark.
If you guys,
ain't nothing wrong with it, dog.
Ain't nothing wrong with chocolate.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I like milk chocolate myself.
You stupid. All right, man. Start sharing. We are live right now, so let's go ahead and get everybody we can in. Until I start seeing these numbers go up is when we gonna get started. Now, actually, so y'all got one more minute before we actually get this popping. All right. And don't forget to share in your group. Share in your group chat for Facebook. Y'all share in there. Yeah. I mean, but share in the group chat though that basically, has something to do with podcasting or relationships and mental health, stuff like that or whatever. Don't share in if it's about music because if we ain't playing on music, they ain't trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Hey. All right. What we got? Y'all know what the topic is for today, right? Y'all see it, D. I mean, y'all see it at the top, right? Your baby mama keep you from your kids, and it's Father's, it's Father's Day month, so you know what I'm saying. So that's one reason why I brought this,
So this is what you got on Father's Day. This is what you came with.
It's not on Father's Day. I mean, we might talk about something for fathers throughout the whole month. You know what I'm saying? But this is one thing right here. But all I'm waiting right now is everybody to go ahead and click in, so we can go ahead and get it started. Who we got? We got a few people in. If y'all in here, give us a thumb up so we know y'all ready. Then we know y'all ready. All right. Oh shit! That's me. Oops. All right, man. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Cause they gonna come in when they come in. All right. So let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's get it started. Right.
Come on, man. What you doing?
All our illusions will disapparate, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace. I love y'all.
What's up, baby? It is Reasons on Fired Up Thursdays, man. That's your boy Fuels in the house.
Fat boy
been learning what type of time.
Fat boy muted.
Yeah, no.
All right, Black List is place to be. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get it.
All right, man. I appreciate you guys. Hey, I see Nigel's in. What's up, big dog? You need a job?
Nigel.
We need you.
No, for real.
Nigel's in the house. Y'all appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate you tapping in, man.
My brother.
All right, man. We gonna go ahead and get it started. Can I start out with a little something fun though? Because we're talking about Father's Day. Not Father's Day, but Father's this month. So it's Father's Day month. So we're gonna talk a little bit about fathers in the lives of their kids and stuff, right? So I just kind of picked this up, whatever. You know what I mean? Just to have a little something fun before I get into the main topic. All right, check it out.
If I say right now, hey Siri, call dad, is it somebody in your phone gonna get called?
Okay, call your father, I'll call my father. Let's see who pick up first. Call your dad, I'll call my dad. Who dad picking up first?
Put my phone there, bro. Toss it, bro.
Niggas going dad for dad.
Who dad? We going dad for dad right now.
Dad for
We going
dad.
dad for dad. And what's your dad's name on his phone? Is it no name? Because he's not there? Mine say dad. Call your dad first.
I say no more. So we call at the same time.
All
All
right,
right, same
3,
time.
2, 1, go. Speakers.
I gotta go back my dad this year. He's setting you up. Come on, Pop.
Hold up.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
We ain't got dads?
Hold up.
Bro. Hello?
Both their fathers answered at the same time. Take that, gynocracy.
I just thought that was cool. Stupid fat boy, man. How you gonna walk away?
Most people like, hey, 3 rings, my dog. I don't look.
No,
Three rings.
Anytime my son calls, I'm gonna pick up. It might ring a little bit, but I'm gonna pick up.
That's what I said. Three rings, man. 3 rings.
I just thought that was kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? It's just to give a positive thing on what we about to talk about, because some of the things we about to talk about is a little bit questionable.
It ain't questionable, man. It's something that's as old as time. You know what I mean?
Well, that's true too. But no, I just thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying? They pops answered at the same time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think that was pretty cool. That was kind of funny. Anyway, man, let's get into it. Who's that? Who's that? Somebody's buzzing. It ain't me. Maisha, what's up? We appreciate you tapping in. Nigel, yeah, I know you need some money, bro. I mean, I got you, dog. Just let me know what your capability, what your time is like. You know what I'm saying? We'll work it out. Fat boy,
I need money. No, I don't got nothing in here, buzzer.
There's a lot of noise over there, man. Anyway, all right, let's get into it, man. So, as you guys know, you know what I'm saying, it's Father's Day month. Father's Day month. I'm gonna say month.
It's Father's Day month.
He's still fat boy, because every time you move, you got some kind of noise going on. What the hell?
Man, first off, take
every
it
time you move. All right. So first topic, you guys, man, is: did your baby mama keep you from your kids? Did your baby mama keep you from your kids? Now, one of the reasons I, chose this, you guys, is because I did, of course, I seen a video that was kind of, interesting and disturbing in the same time or whatever, as to, how baby mamas treat the dads, because it's a true fact. It is a true fact. What you smiling about, fat boy? It's a true fact. All right.
It is a true fact. I've experienced it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
See, so we're going to go to it, and then you guys let me know what your thoughts is on this. All right, here we go. Oops, wait a minute. I guess it's physical here.
Relationship problem.
Don't come in my room asking me about nobody you don't see me with.
Mom, but why does everybody else got a daddy but me? Why I don't got no daddy?
You really want to know why your dad?
Yeah, tell me. What's the reason? Say it.
When I first had you.
When you first had me, what?
I was pregnant.
Yeah, you was pregnant.
And he wasn't acting right. He was cheating. He treated me like I was nothing my whole night. Listen to me. He didn't deserve to be in your life.
What?
He didn't deserve you. Then once he wasn't there for your birth, the gender reveal. He wasn't there for shit.
That man keep my daddy away from me because of the way he treated you?
It's not because of just how he treated me. It's just that I knew that he was gonna be in and out your life. What?
Oh, you didn't let me decide that.
I didn't let you decide that because I didn't want you to go through that. You was too young to go through that. But now,
so you
since
took
you're
my
68,
daddy out of my life because of y'all relationship problem.
since you're 16,
Bro,
you can contact him,
oh
but I cannot
God,
promise you it's not gonna be the
this
same.
whole time. Why you ain't been say that when I was? Why you ain't let me decide that? Why is you deciding if I get to see my father or not? Huh?
It's not even just me. That was
Now I
once
don't
on
want
it.
to talk to you. Stop talking to me. I wish you was never in my life, bro. It's done, bro.
I did what I thought was best for you.
You didn't even let me give him a chance.
You could give him a chance now. I have
What?
his social medias. Would you like to contact him
Yeah.
on social media? But you see,
Can I go live with my daddy?
But has he reached out to you?
I don't know.
Y'all be trying to.
All right, guys. I want to kind of stop it right there because I kind of what fat boy? You already got something. What?
Cause you always got some crazy stuff, man. I mean, that was deep, man. That's crazy. Yeah,
deep.
that's deep, man.
But you know what? It's
that's
real.
Deep for real. All jokes aside,
it's real.
That's deep, man.
And if you guys, who's up? What's up, fellas? BP, what's up, Banks? What's up? Thanks for tapping in. So my take on this.
What's up, cousin?
Like
what's up, cousin?
It's kind of like a catch 2020. You know?
You mean catch 22?
I said 2020.
Catch 20. A catch perfect vision.
Well, I mean, this is the thing, you guys. I mean, I feel that sometimes the moms makes the decisions. You know what I mean? When it comes to just being a baby mama, and you guys are not going to be together. The moms make a decision because of how they've been treated. And sometimes, of course, you as a kid is not going to understand that. You as a kid is not going to, I think it is wrong though to get to a point in a relationship where you got a kid and then you don't at least acknowledge about where your dad is, or what happened, or what I'm saying. And I think the guy was, he's 16 now. You know what I'm saying? And he's hurt. You know what I mean? Because he never had a man in his life, probably, or his dad in his life. That can be hurtful. I've grown up without my father, all the way up until I didn't know until I was always 27, 28, and 33. I was 33, before I knew who my father was. And but with my situation, I basically, my grandmother on my grandmother's side kept me away from that side of the family because of the type of things they were doing. You know what I mean? But at a young age, I knew where he was. It wasn't like I didn't know where he was or whatever, but they kept me away from him or whatever, that side of the family, so I don't fall into the situation that he fell into. And sometimes, what I'm saying, as a young person, you might not understand that. You might not, not really get that or whatever until you're able to be old enough and mature and to be able to make those decisions. So I basically, I kind of like see where she's coming from, but then also you have people that are what's the word, guys? When it, basically, like, sometimes women are real bitter towards the dad because they're not with them and don't want you to talk to the kids, don't want you to be a part of them, blah blah blah, because they got to raise them themselves. So you do have that. Now, I'm not saying all you ladies, because I'm not, a lot of women have raised their kids or whatever and been great mothers and fathers in their lives and in their families. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying that sometimes you have relationships to where it's so bitter that you don't even want to have nothing to do with the guy or whatever, and don't want to at least let your kids know what's going on. What do you guys think of it?
Go ahead, fat boy.
Oh man. First off, I would like to say that kind of situation is extremely unfortunate. That someone, like Black Lip always says about relationships, in the sense of taking someone's choice away. I think that also, as a mother and raising a young Black man or a young Black woman, understanding the importance of raising a child, and not necessarily a two-parent home, but with a two-parent approach, right? With a collaborative approach between two parents. I think also that this whole situation had nothing to do with the child at all, of course, right? That's the most obvious thing, which then leads me to think that you made this decision based off your own emotions, which then this had nothing to do with the child. I think that I've dealt with this. Let me go here. I've dealt with this before. However, I think that as Black men, what I've learned, and I try to explain to my cousins, that in these situations, when we want to be fathers and we want to be present, we may have to go to the courts, right? We may have to get our custody so we can be active in this child's life and put some paperwork behind it. I think that a lot of men, we have been taught that we don't have rights as fathers, and we are nervous, scared to go inside a courtroom and to fight for our children. But in situations like this, when she has him on social media, so they communicate, right?
But she kept up with what was going on with it, yeah.
What's going on with him? So he had to accept her follow, right? You know what I mean? Her request and vice. And so, where you go?
I'm there. Go, keep going.
You back?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. I think that two responsible adults should be able to raise a child, and we see time and time again that this is not so. In situations like this is how we raise young men and young women who are fatherless or motherless, right? And it's fathers, since we talk about fathers who are fatherless, and it's the reason why a big part of our society is the way that it is, right? There's no real structure. It's dog eat dog world because there's no fathers out here, right? And there's situations like this that makes it very, very complicated for men to be fathers. However, I still, as men, being on both sides of this, right? And understanding once I really got my rights as a father, that I should have had Ben made this step, right? Because one thing, as a young man, he took a different approach and a different response, because most of the time, if it's a young lady or young man, that child might be bitter towards his father, right? All of those years and created all of this resentment. And like he said, like he was telling her, he been holding all this resentment against his father. And if she had never told him this, that the children don't know that the mom is holding you back. And so I say again, as fathers, it is our duty to step in and say, hey, I'm going to make this decision, but your mom, you know, making it hard for me to be with you, but I'm going to consistently fight for you. I'm going to consistently show up for you. And I think that that's going to build the bond between you and the child. But
do you think
Black Lift said when
I mean to interrupt you, but do you think that the moms is a responsibility for the mom to actually at least be intact with the dad enough to at least give him the chance to come by? And if he doesn't come by, like she said, you know, he act like he didn't want to have nothing to do with you because you haven't heard from him or whatever. You know, but do you think that the mom should still kind of push that in order to avoid something like this from their child?
Absolutely. I think there should always be an open door policy between both parents. I think both parents should be communicating often about the child. They should have a plan, a strategic plan for the child, how we parent to the child. Yes, I do think that it is a part of her responsibility to make it possible for her to see her son or his son. Should I say?
Is there a certain age you think, or is it a certain age?
The issue, I think that, but that's not the issue. She doesn't want him to see the son because they have another problem. I don't think it's anything. All of the things that she used, I think were personally excuses. However, just speaking to this situation generally, to answer your question, absolutely. I do think that she needs to create a space for him to be a father. However, I think if he's not, if she's not creating the space for him to be a father, he needs to demand the space to be a father.
Constantly fight for that, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What you got? Okay, Liv, what you got?
And it's
So my take is pretty much the same as you guys. However, I think that part of the number one problem that we have, even in our community as a whole, is that we allow ourselves to make these women baby mamas and us become baby daddies, and not wives and husbands.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, if
Yes,
we concentrated more on that instead of, you know, just getting down and making babies, and I know accidents happen and all this stuff, but if you took the time to try to find out 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna say 9 times out of 10, but most times if they're a bad husband, then they're gonna be a bad father. You know what I'm saying? Now that's not always the case. So everybody don't jump on my head on
Oh
that.
yeah, they're already tapping in
But
on you.
I
No,
know, but I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you as a fact. If they a bad husband, that's kind of an indication of what kind of father they may be. But at the same time, then that would let you know that you don't want to have a kid with this person. We have so many people out here, like I said, that just want to have kids, that just have kids, just to have kids.
Yeah, some, and I hate to say this, and I hope the women don't come at me neither, but a lot of women will have, and no, I gotta take it back, both, because sometimes guys think that they can hem a chick up in order to either keep them, or you know, and it's vice versa. Women think they can hem a guy up in order just to keep them. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep this so-called bond that they might have with each other, or you know, just to be able to not break up in a relationship, and you break up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that happens very often, at least from the times when I've been growing up. You know, it's kind of like, you know, you're thinking, oh, you know, he's playing me and whatever. Okay, well, I'm gonna get pregnant now. He's stuck with me, that type of thing. You know, and that, you know, is a bad thing too as well. For example, I mean, I can say for me and my son's mother, you know, me and her was real cool. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, you know, I didn't want to be in my son, because I couldn't even bear thinking not being in my kid's life. I couldn't think of it. I can't bear it. Just not, you know what I'm saying? So it was never one of those type of incidents with me when it came to that. But I have seen those around me kind of go through some of these types of situations as well.
But Phil, that's because it's one thing that I've preached on this show over and over and over. You're either going to be exactly like your father, or you're going to be the exact opposite. And so therefore, because you were missing that father figure from your life, you made sure to make it a point that you would not miss a single moment, and you wanted to be present in your child's life.
Right.
Now, there are some guys, as I said, that are like, all right, screw it. I'm gonna be exactly like my dad. I'm gonna be absentee. I'm not gonna do nothing. You know, hey, I'm gonna follow that example. But you, like I said, you're either gonna be the exact same or the exact opposite.
True. All right, let's get into these comments real quick. Is it Maishia? Is that, did I say her name right? Maishia?
I'm gonna say Maisha.
Maisha? Oh, I can't see it. My glasses are bad.
Yeah, Maisha.
All right, Maisha said,
that's my cousin.
My dad left my mom when I was 2 years old, and I never met him or his family. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you want to tell us how you feel about that, or if it's something that you actually try to get intact with him still since because of that, or what. Let us know what you think, Maisha, on that. Rob's in the house. He said, yo. And then Maisha said,
yo,
I went through therapy to learn to cope without. I never looked back. Oh, okay.
And so that's how she dealt with it. And Maisha, that's probably the best way for anybody to try to deal with that. A lot of people try to feel like, well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna confront this dude or this woman, and I'm gonna let them know how much of a dirty dog they are, and blah blah blah. That's not gonna do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? You went the right way. You have to heal yourself, because you don't want to turn into the exact same monster that person was. And so that's to me, that's the best way to deal with it. Trying to confront people is not going to do anything. It's just gonna make things worse.
Sterling.
Starlene says, my father cheated on my mom. However, she did not keep me away from him. He would.
He would what? I don't see. There's nothing else after that. She just say he would. But yeah, so it is situations like that though too, where someone cheat or whatever the case would be, and that person don't want to have nothing to do with them ever. So that's good that you did keep. She kept him away from, but you still basically got talk. You know who your dad is, right?
Yeah, apparently she knows, but she didn't keep him away from him.
Oh, okay.
So
gotcha. All right.
Maisha says a lot of women work against the fathers instead of working with them. Healthy co-parenting is so important. That is correct, Maisha. That happens a lot because there are women out here, and believe it or not, there are men out here that use their children as a pawn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's basically just something to get whatever they want or try to get whatever they want out of something, and they can care less about the child.
Yeah. What's up, Kanisha? Appreciate you tapping in. Good evening, everyone. Not to get off topic, I know situations where it's opposite. The guys don't want to do for their children because he can't be with the mother. That is true. That is true. Sometimes, guys feel like they're doing that to punish her and keep her,
they punishing the kid.
and not realizing they're punishing the kid.
Basically try to make her do everything for the child, and it's like, no, okay.
Yeah,
no.
it's almost like payback. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, well,
yeah.
So you won't do to me, you do take care of the baby. You do this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that, but I think if anyone with a real good conscience or with a good conscience, would regret the fact that they do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Regret the fact that, you didn't try to be a part of your child's life or whatever, At some point in time, it seemed like they would. I don't care if it's till in your dying bed or whatever, and you think, man, like, I had a kid out there, and that kid probably could have gave you a kidney to save your life or something. You don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So, Kanisha, I'm living as witness to that situation right now. Mm-hmm.
Starlene says, for each adult, you have to get out of your feelings and focus on the child's needs. That is exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Jill
in the building.
Jill
she says, I see a lot of...
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go back.
You got it, fat boy.
Okay. Jill says, I see a lot of people put their own feelings about the other parent before what's best for their child. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jill, absolutely. Spot on. And I think that's on both sides, right? I think that's a gender non-binary issue, right? I think, like Kanisha said, that men do it to spite women and women do it to spite men, and I think that it's a dirty game because it's just really ruining
the innocence of the
little
one. Exactly.
It's kind of crazy, innocent human being.
Exactly.
And I think that we don't really understand the impact that we're having as adults until that kid becomes an adult, right? And they in and out of the system, or they doing substance abuse or whatever might happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's a huge reason why I take a pride in being a father and growing as a father, and providing the young ladies with structure, but also love and affection and hugging them and playing with them and having our own handshakes, because I realized as I started to go on my journey of growing, as I started to unpack things, that a lot of the stuff is just the little me, the little boy inside of me that's afraid, or the little boy inside of me that has felt abandoned, you know what I'm saying, or the little boy inside of me that's felt unheard for so long. And so we don't understand the pain that we're inflicting on our children. And I think that it's extremely important that we be more conscious and aware of that, because these children need healthy environments to grow. Right. If you're not where you wanted to be, or you are where you wanted to be, and you dealing with some issues, it's probably because someone didn't create an environment for you. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that you're not go through adversity. But even if someone creates a safe environment for you to grow, you learn how to face adversity and challenges without the toxicity of certain environments. And so it gives you the freedom to make mistakes and grow, and to learn. However, when you grow up in certain environments that doesn't allow that, it just impacts and changes the child, which ultimately change the world. Like Tupac says, they say it's no love for the what they say, there's no love for the there's no hope for the children, that which means there's no hope for the future. You know what I mean? And so I agree. If it's no hope for the children, it ain't no hope for the future. And I think we have to really take responsibility as parents, on both sides, and to collaborate and to continue to fight and continue to go against the grain, and humble ourselves, right? And continue to say, hey, this is more important than how we feel.
Exactly.
Right? I want to be with you. You don't want to be with me, but hey, my daughter's success is more important than how I feel. Watching her graduate or watching her get married is more important than how I feel, and vice versa. You teaching him how to drive, and you teaching him how to be a man and how to use logic over emotions is extremely important for a young man with having a father, right? And this is the reason why you got a lot of kids out here with their finger on the trigger and their emotions on the button. Right. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as you hit they button, they gonna pull a trigger. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that it's extremely important that we correct this.
So Starlene says, and I think she probably meant having a baby to keep a man is always bad business.
Yeah.
You can't keep someone that doesn't want to be kept.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's true.
Go ahead, read this one.
That's a fact. Says the child needs to always be the priority and nothing else. And that's hard to do because feelings get in the way. I agree, Maisha. I agree.
Jill said it's dangerous to talk bad or treat the other parent bad in front of the child. That is half of who they are. You risk taking away the child's security and confidence by doing that.
You know, and then also, just as we seen in that video, you know, that guy was hurt. He was hurt. You know what I'm saying? He felt like that he didn't get a fair shake in life. You know what I'm saying? To at least be able to see maybe even what she see. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, you know, sometimes, you know, once you meet your dad, you're gonna get a good instinct of who this person is. You know, if he's want to really be a part of you. You know what I mean? You know, I have a friend, and I'm not going to say no names, but I do have a friend or whatever that basically, you know, the dad is in the life, but the dad is not really there. He's not. He's present, but he's not there. He's not there for the relationship that he should be. He's more so, you know what I'm saying? He's there just because I'm the dad and I got to keep you, and then I'm gonna send you back.
The old, I'm here so I won't get fined.
Yeah, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Just to say that you know.
That's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're not
here, so I won't be fined.
Yeah, because if you're not spending quality time, you're not teaching the son nothing. You're not talking to him about life and stuff like that, or even keeping him encouraged on what he's doing in school to keep him going and going. You know what I'm saying, and be better than even I was, type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Then you're not being a father. You're just there. You know what I'm saying? And then go ahead.
Those are like my therapist says. Sorry to cut you off. Those are like my therapist says, the intangible things. Yeah, not the tangible things, the things you can buy, the material things, right? But the intangible things, the confidence, like you say, the discipline, the character, the integrity that they carry with them when you are not with them. I think that those are the things that we miss. And so, like you said, if you're not doing those and you're not implementing those and you're not correcting the way that you speak to them, then you're not doing your job either, right? You just there.
Shout out to Tia. Tia, I see you on Facebook. Go ahead and click. Come on in on these comments. Talk to us. Let us know what you think. I see you. Jill says emotional health is so important. All of these issues come down to whether you are emotionally healthy or not.
So basically, I mean, and I definitely get what you're saying, because like I said, if you're not emotionally healthy, you can't be emotionally healthy for your child. So if you got unresolved issues,
Nope.
you are not going to be able to help your child with their issues. Because
Mm-hmm.
basically, y'all like they say, hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, I mean, but I do believe that some women, wants to protect their child from the emotional damage of not having that parent around. You know
That
what I'm
is the
saying?
case, but not to interrupt you,
Yeah.
but
No, go
but,
ahead.
but what we're talking about is that, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like Fat Boy said, you taking that child's choice away from them.
Right.
Because the fact is that
Yes.
a parent that's a bad parent is going to show that over time.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't want people to get hurt. You don't want the kids to get hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes that's how we grow.
Yeah, but you
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
want them. Yeah.
If they don't show up, and you like, okay, well, look, okay, baby, I told your dad, you told your dad, or your mom, and they didn't show up. So okay, we're gonna keep trying. You don't stop trying just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
But what you can do is you have to be there to help them heal from those little hurts.
Right.
And then you're not taking their choice away.
Mm-hmm.
They're seeing what that person is.
Mm-hmm. Jill said, "Why do the absentee parents be posting pictures of the kids they never see all the time? How about be in those pictures? Spend some time." True, that is true. That is the truth.
It's a gang of Facebook and Instagram pimps out here that
You know
got
what?
all kind of
Why these
stuff.
absentee parents be posting pictures of the kids and they never see them out? You know why? They trying to make other people think,
of course,
that they're, you know what I'm saying, in their say, for instance, if you're on if you're dating somebody or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, somebody, they'll put their kids up there like they're just this great person or whatever, and they spend no daggone time with their kids. You know what I mean? And just want to see, want the person to see that, oh, he's just a great person. Nah, hell no. Nigga ain't been around since 19 nothing. Anyway. What up, fellas? What up?
They stunned for life.
What's up, King?
What's up, Ben?
What's up, Chop?
Appreciate you tapping
That's
in,
my
tapping
boy,
in.
man. I know Chop, man. He worked at Valley. I know Chop probably
Valley College?
15 years,
That's
12 years, something like that. Yep.
Oh, no shit. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, thanks for tapping in, man. Let us know what you think, man. Give us your comments or whatever. All right, let's get into it, man. It's almost that time. History of Blackness with my boy, Fat Boy. What you got for us this week, man?
Yeah. Yeah, that was playing. All right, today
what you got, baby?
I got a special one for y'all. Another one, just spanking y'all with these at this point. I'm almost legendary. I'm in the craze. So today,
you're in the craze. Let's go.
You're doing a lot of tapping yourself on the back.
History. I know, huh? In this segment of History and Blackness, we'll be talking about Michael Lee Chin, born January 3rd, 1951, in Port Antonio, Jamaica. He is a Jamaican Canadian billionaire, investor, entrepreneur, and philanthropist known for his transformative impact on global finance and philanthropy. Raised in modest circumstances as the eldest of 9 children, he immigrated to Canada in 1970 to study civil engineer at McMaster University, graduating in 1974. After briefly working as a civil engineer in Jamaica, he returned to Canada and entered the financial service industry. In 1983, Lee Chin borrowed $500,000 to purchase a stake in McKinsey Financial Corporation, an investment that laid the foundation for his acquisition of AIC Limited in 1987. Under his leadership, AIC grew from managing under $1 million in assets to over $15 billion by the early 2000s. Lee Chin reached billionaire status by 2001, becoming one of the first individuals of African descent to achieve this milestone. As of June 2025, his net worth is estimated at $1.1 billion. His philanthropic legacy is equally impressive. He donated $30 million to the Royal Ontario Museum, leading the Royal, I guess, the Ontario Museum, leading to the construction of the iconic Michael Lee Chien crystal, and contributed $10 million to the Rotman School of Management to establish the Michael Lee Chien Family Institute for Corporate Citizenship. As chairman of Portland Holdings, Inc., Lee Chien champions socially responsible investing, reflecting his guiding philosophy of doing well and doing good. His influence continues to inspire generations across business, culture, and public service.
That's it, baby.
Good stuff.
History
Good
of Blackness
stuff.
with Fat Boy. Nice,
Yes,
nice, man. Hey, dude, he looked. I mean, he has the name of Chin. I'm thinking he was like, Chinese or Japanese or something like that or whatever. But he's a Jamaican, Canadian. Wow. Yeah, man. That's impressive. You did pull one out of the box on that one, dog. Good job, man. Nice.
Hey, man, we be out here really getting chicken. I'm telling y'all.
I see, right? All right, man. We got Heather. Heather's in the house. I see you, Heather. Holler back. People don't want to use their children as science experiment. Ultimately, the parents are here to protect either if it's the other parent. Yes.
I don't think it's necessarily a science experiment. I think it's just finding a common ground. Now, if the other person is not willing to find a common ground, then I understand the process or the steps after that. But I think that in parenting, we both got to set a common ground. If one person is immature, then that's just what you're dealing with. But I don't think it's an experiment. Essentially, I think that it is an experiment because life is an experiment. Right, we don't know exactly what's going on, so I think you got to kind of play with it and see what works for you. Because my way to parent or my way to co-parent won't work for your situation. So I think it is some form.
I still wish people would just watch who they
lay down with. Yeah.
Well, I mean, really, at least hoping that if anybody watches this and getting anything from it. It's really just the purpose of understanding that you're also hurting your child when you're not, talking to the other parent, or if you're not, having that person involved in you guys' lives, So if you can, I know sometimes the situation is something that you can't even deal with because of fights, fuss, arguments, blah blah blah, or whatever. But if you can, definitely have your child in the other parent's life.
But I still think it's okay not to talk to them.
Yeah, it's okay not.
You don't have to talk to them, but what you don't do is you don't keep the other person away.
That part.
If they reach out to go ahead and like see their child, stuff like that, make that avenue happen.
Yeah,
because you ain't got to mess with them for that.
Yeah, and understand too, kids they can pick up. You know what I'm saying? Parents, if they care about being around them or anything like that. I have seen kids to the point where they know their parent, that person is no good. They don't want to be around them. Yeah, sometimes they have to go with them and they don't want to go. It's kind of like, I don't want to go with him because he's, he don't give me no attention. He's too worried about his new girlfriend. He's too very worried about his girlfriend kids and all that type of stuff.
Leave me at home with a box of cereal. Y'all out eating.
Yeah, right. But it's good though to let that kid recognize that.
Yeah.
And see that. Yeah. So he don't be traumatized, at a like this young man that's 16 years old. Yeah, that young man,
that video is traumatized, but like you said, she could have let him see that for himself.
Exactly. A little sooner, I would say.
Yeah.
I just got something. Hold on, y'all. I just got some breaking news, but it's not for us. All right.
That's for you.
Breaking news for me. It ain't for y'all. All right, man. So we got a dear brothers and sisters, you guys. We got a dear brothers and sisters. This one's kind of Wow. I don't even know how to explain. What is that noise? Keep still, fat boy.
No, I'm typing.
All I hear is the mic.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, he typing over there.
Typing.
No, that's my. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
I'm about to text.
back to the show. Dear brothers and sisters, why do
what is it? Come on, man.
There it is up there. Why do content creators try to teach things they don't practice for themselves? Y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Why do content creators try to teach things they don't practice for themselves?
It's a simple answer: money and clicks.
Because they be selling people shit.
Right, money and clicks. It's not hard. Money and clicks.
No, they ain't
and this is gonna be
we gonna be able to end this show early. If that's
For
the
real
question.
though.
No, that's the question, and this is the pure example of what of, like you just said, money and clicks. This TikTok creator, known for teaching men how to love women, probably was arrested. Probably was arrested for stabbing his ex-girlfriend to death.
Yeah.
And that's where this question basically is based on and come from. It's kind of like you sitting here trying to teach people about love and how to treat someone, and then you go off and do something like this. So with that said, to me, my thing would be that just don't listen to everybody. Some people you just can't listen to. You know what I mean? It's hard because we're some part of that field of content creating, basically. You know what I'm saying? So why should they listen to us? You know what I'm saying? Why should they take our advice if we're not practicing it? To that listener, I pretty much try to practice what I preach. I pretty much try to do the things that basically that we talk about on the show. And if I don't, somebody tell me something different. But I pretty much try to talk about, but it is tragic to when someone has, basically, try to talk about love and try to and people was probably taking it like, yeah. And then you go and do this, sometimes you have what do you call it? Therapists, you know what I'm saying? You have therapists that are not, couples, a couples therapist is not even with no one, a marriage counselor that's not even married. You know what I mean? Sometimes what?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying,
That's why I tell people all the time, how you out here dating and you gonna try to take dating advice from somebody that's single?
Yeah.
Or you're gonna take marriage advice from somebody that's not married.
Right. And I know one that's out there that's very successful in giving advice and talking and basically, the women are like, oh, ree, and guys is woo, and she don't have a man. But she got all the tools, but why is something clicking for them not to have it? You know what I mean? So sometimes it's you do wonder why don't people practice what they preach?
Because like we said, it's for money and clicks. And if you look at somebody like I'm gonna give a prime example here, and y'all gonna know this one. So people are gonna change their position to wherever the money is. Your boy Stephen A. Smith,
right,
who was a Democrat his entire life, but now
motion detected at the GMT 1TW0.
Sorry, that's my alarm. No trip.
now he done switch sides and start talking more MAGA Republican stuff,
right?
Because he's trying to tap into that money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People are always gonna go where the money is. People like Candace Owens.
Right.
Who was discriminated as a child.
Flip-flop like a mug.
She was discriminated against as a child. But now she preaches that discrimination don't exist. And because, like I said, they're preaching to a specific audience to get that bread. That's what it's all about. It's about being provocative and being, what's hot right now. And for them, that's the stuff that's hot right now.
So you think people just talk about basically just things that's happening, but not really practicing what they preach, basically.
Yes, exactly.
And it's all just for the money.
It's all to get paid, period.
Well, as far as it comes to reasons and Fired Up Broadcasting, we pretty much try to practice what we preach. We talk about things that we know and that we think of, and we also want to give experience, to letting people know our experiences as well, to try to overcome certain things that happens in our life as well. You know what I mean? So for that caller, I definitely appreciate you sending us this message, and hopefully it is helpful that you do find those. Sometimes you watch them. Their true self will come out sooner or later. On a different platform or something else or whatever. Just like what was the guy that passed away? Fat Boy. You know what I'm talking
about? What's his name? Damn it.
I can't think of his name right now.
The Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, yes.
The Dayton guy, Kevin Samuels.
Yes. Yeah.
But one thing you also have to think about, listener, whoever sent that in, you can separate the message from the person. They can still actually be giving you decent advice.
Okay. Yes.
You know what I mean? It's good. It could be. It could still be good advice. He could be reading that from a book or whatever. It's still good advice, and he could still be a dirty asshole and kill me. I mean, you. So sometimes you have to kind of look past the messenger and just get the message.
True. That's true. That's a good way to put it, Lift. I appreciate you. Jill said money.
Money.
Because they want
some clicks and money.
Yeah.
Money.
People follow the image instead of the truth. A lot of that. What'd she say?
That's like Derek Jackson or Steve Harvey. Yeah.
Ooh, am I gonna get put off?
But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I blame the women for Derek Jackson, cause he was sounding like BS too. Like Charles. Y'all gassed him up. He made him famous.
Well, like Charles. Like what's his name? Charles. What's his name? Charleston. What's his?
No, just him.
Just him.
Derek Jackson.
So that just shows.
Everybody else they be on shot, but women was sending clips of him, and he was end up cheating on his wife. The women blew him up. I'm just being honest. That's just honest. The women was blowing him up, sending him to their husbands and to their boyfriends, telling them to be more like Derek Jackson and all that. Meanwhile, he's shooting videos in the car outside the girl house. He called. I said, boy, DJ, boy. My boy DJ, no Junior though.
It's getting dirty. Dirty out here.
DJ.
That's crazy, man.
DJ. No football. No Eagles.
Right.
No you know what I mean? He out here doing wild. I said, boy, Derek Jackson living dangerous.
I know. You know what? To be honest with you, I don't even know who he is. I never even heard of him.
Oh yeah. So he actually opened the door. Of course, you always had your Tony Gaskins and you had a few people like that already, but no, for real. The Tony Gaskins and people like that, but he was one of the first ones that kind of championed the what's that, the overnight conversation or the intimate conversation. Like he kind of pushed that wave into relationship advice.
That's what's up, man. Actually, we on good time. We on real good time today, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna actually finish here in an hour. Hey, I hope you guys got something out. I hope we might come up with another topic as far as when it comes to fathers too. You know what I'm saying? If you guys can think of something, or if you guys, like I said, want to hit us in the comments on firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. Hit us up, you know what I'm saying, and let us know. Anything else that you guys want to talk about as usual. It don't have to be dear brothers and sisters. It can also be
any topics I want to talk about.
Exactly. So
facts.
And then also, just remember, man, join us live. Tap in, join us live. And if you guys haven't been paying attention, our numbers are going up. The numbers are going up, so we're on the way. We about to get monetized in a few. So whether you think so or not, it's about to happen. You know what I mean? So right now, I think we have up to 15 subscribers now, 1,500 or somewhere in there. So it's going. I predict that we have about 5,000 subscribers by the end of next month. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Then it's gonna go. Once it gets there, it's just gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see how that's what's up. All right, man. I think you guys, of course, I love y'all. Appreciate you guys tapping in and putting in you guys' opinion and everything on the show. Yeah, and that's gonna do it for us, man. What you got, Fat Boy? Before you die.
Oh man, as always, man, I love each and every last one of my co-hosts. You know that. Shout out just to our faithful viewers who always give great points of views. I done see a few people. We got some new people. Starling, Kanisha. They show love. Jill always. Moms. Rob. I just appreciate every one of y'all. And remember. Black Lift and our listeners now, they coming in. So dear brother, dear sister, no longer than a minute, no shorter than 30 seconds to a minute. Send it to firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. That's firedupbroadcasting@gmail.com. And make sure you title it Dear Brother, Dear Sisters. We want to hear from y'all.
That's what's up. What you got, Lift? Let's go.
Hey, I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. I love my co-hosts. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. What I want is just make sure that every person that's watching right now, go out and tell somebody else about this and just spread it around like wildfire so we can go ahead and help more people. Even if it's not help, hopefully we're at least entertaining to take your mind off these bad things that's going on in the world right now.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? We need to lift each other up.
Yes, sir.
That's definitely it.
Absolutely.
Other than that, like I said, love y'all and see y'all next week.
Cool. All right, man. That's gonna do it for us, man. And remember, if they talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason.
They behind you for a reason.
All of illusions will get the parade, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it. And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Hey.